Hey, I hope you and your families are well. Today, let's get comfortable, let's get cozy, and let's talk about, how many times did I say let's? Social effects of the coronavirus. So this video is going to have 3 sections. The first one is going to be about the negative social effects. The second one is going to be about the positive ones, so the good ones. And the third one is going to be about conclusions and actions to take to make better connections with others. So let's get into this video. As you might know, most cities are in quarantine. Shops are closed, only takeaways are available. There's no room for socializing in places which used to be the place of socialization. Cinemas, restaurants, libraries, coffee shops, bars, and so on. Probably you miss parties and festivals the most. Even studying in libraries, sipping warm coffee with your friends on a cold winter day, heck, even alone in a coffee shop while people watching. In a good way, not like a psychopath. Like you see someone sitting alone with only their coffee without their phone. Like, are you good, bro? For me especially, I really miss parties, going out with friends, playing football, and just drinking, you know? No, which sounds so bad. Hearing the music from the background, the sound of clinking bottles, and just playing football, play some cards, listening to life-changing stories on the balcony at 2 a.m. after a huge party. I wrote it down because I don't want to miss any detail of this sentence. So those late night talks at 2 a.m. on the porch after a house party where half of the people are sleeping and some of you are just sitting on the ground watching the dark sky, the stars, and have a deep conversation on the meaning of life. Man, I miss those so much. Like literally, those are the best ones. When you have a huge party with friends, even with strangers, you get to know other people and everybody's like dying after like dancing. Some of you are just sitting outside to get some fresh air and you're just talking about the meaning of life. You're like half dying, you're tired, but you are sharing, you're opening up, and you tell stories that other way you wouldn't tell if you were not there at that moment, being surrounded by those people and the whole atmosphere. That's when you know you can create a bond with someone maybe you don't even know. The whole vibe of this situation, this is really cool. And the other best thing is fika. Have you ever heard of fika? It's a Sweden word. There are some things I miss and believe others miss the most these days, and one of them is fika. And by definition, fika goes like: we can make it through this pandemic, and after that we'll be able to enjoy these little things more than we used to, like breathing the fresh air, not wearing a mask, jumping in the middle of the crowd during the concert, or even being able to walk at midnight if you want, because it's not quarantine. Yeah, that's the cover. So we arrived to the second part of the video, and it's going to be about the positive, yeah, you've heard it well, the positive effects of the coronavirus. The first one, connecting with others via video chat, via Zoom, Teams, any online platform that we can find. We're forced to learn and use this technology nowadays if we want to make a living, if we want to make connections, if we want to learn new things. Vital. Basically, it is essential to be able to use this technology. It's not necessarily make us feel closer than before, definitely not. But the ones who didn't understand the working of these devices, apps before, are now used to using these, making them more accustomed to the digital world. Older generations are more connected than ever before. They are more accustomed to these situations, and hopefully they're going to be more connected in the future as well. The most important thing is when there's a physical interaction, masks are needed to be worn. No matter what, you need to wear a mask. And you can ask me like, hey, what's the positive side of it? So in the past, when we saw someone wearing a mask, we looked at them as they were aliens. If we saw some people wearing masks, we would freak out like they have some infections or they are so sick. Why do they wear it? So it was usual, and I believe that after the pandemic, if someone's feeling sick and they don't want to get close to other people, it can be a sign that, hey, you know, maybe I have a virus, please stay away from me. And it's going to be more acceptable, so people are not going to look like, oh, yeah, so it's going to be more acceptable. So that's a good thing. It's okay to wear a mask if you're feeling like wearing a mask. Now it is part of our essential belongings. When you leave the house, you check the phone, the keys, the wallet, and the masks. How many times have you left your masks in the house? Like, do you have the mask and no, I'm fucked up. So yeah, definitely after a pandemic it's going to be more natural for us to cover our faces with masks if you feel like it. And the last point, several other people told me this and I was like, really? Masks have a blocking role in conversations. When we want to make ourselves understood, we have to talk louder and articulate better. The times we spend playing activity is paying off. I've heard someone said, I wrote it down, that now she's better at reading signs and facial expressions, especially the eyes of a person, as the fabric covers the mouth and the whole face basically, so there's no way you misread anything. You can tell that someone's going to give you a real smile if you look in her eyes. You can smile like, but it shows if it's a real smile in your eyes. So it's like your eyebrows go up, you know, there's something that lights up in your eyes. If you wear a mask, you cannot see the smile, so you have to judge based on their eyes, and it really makes sense. It's gonna help us to read signs, read facial expressions better because of the mask. Important for everyone to know that it's tough for everyone, so not just for the extroverts, for the introverts as well. So even if they enjoy being inside and just stay away from everyone, I think it's too much for anyone to stay for this long being disconnected. So let's try to be connected as possible, and these devices that we use on a daily basis have a lot more role in our lives, and it helps us to stay connected better than ever. It forces us to work together than ever before to find a solution out of this situation. Let's be grateful for working as a team. We try to work as a team as human race, and we are trying to make a solution out of this. Let's just enjoy these little things. Let's just realize that there's some positive things about this virus that made us better, and we can implement these skills, these things that we learned during this pandemic in the future. So I hope that you like this video, and that's it. See you in the next one.